Poor demand forecasting costs companies 3 to 5% in lost revenue. But in aircraft maintenance material supply chains, that means grounded planes, angry customers, and wasted inventory and capital. I once worked with an aircraft maintenance material team that had parts rotting in their warehouse, yet somehow they still had stockouts. They still had AOGs. Sound familiar? The solution we provided them? Aligning supply chain and maintenance teams. I know it sounds so easy, but it's so difficult in practice when you're aligning multiple teams and departments and whoever's heading those departments. It gets complicated. But when we did, we cut inventory by 20% while increasing service levels. And when a big repair rolled in, we adjusted forecast in real time to hit the deadlines. This is the power of agile, data-driven demand planning with a human-centric approach. We can use technology all we want, but we still have to bridge the gaps between partners. And today, I'm giving you 9 practical tips to level up your material forecasting game. So let's dive in. Tip 1, align demand planning with maintenance schedules. Maintenance drives demand, yet so many teams treat them separately. Use shared software platforms so procurement gets real-time updates from maintenance in the material planning teams. Tip 2, use demand segmentation. Not all parts are created equal. Engine components, critical. Seat armrest, not so much. Depends on the damage. But focus on inventory planning on high impact, the 20% that really makes a difference. That's where your true costs lie. And that doesn't just mean rotables. That also means very important expendables. I have seen time and time again AOGs for routine bolts. Don't go AOG for a routine bolt, especially when it's lower in cost. Those things should be planned. Those things should have active inventory levels. Tip 3, implement advanced planning and scheduling systems, also called APS. APS systems are like crystal balls for demand planning. Use them to run what-if scenarios and prepare for demand spikes before they happen. It helps you predict possible scenarios in the future that you might not see currently in the day-to-day. Tip 4, continuously training your team. Supply chain isn't set and forget it. It's a dynamic process and industry. Your team needs to level up too. They need to stay on top of the things that are moving and adjusting. And it doesn't just mean education in terms of supply chain. It also means training in logistics and different regulation changes and staying up to date with the things that could possibly lead to supply chain delays. Aerospace leaders invest in forecasting workshops and data analytics trainings for a reason, because skilled teams make better decisions. So invest in training for your team. Tip 5, factor in external influences. Global events, regulations, fuel prices, supplier strikes, the supply and demand and teardown rates of aircraft has a dramatic impact on used serviceable material. Not only what's available in the total supply, but the costs. If there's high demand and low supply, guess what? The used serviceable material market goes up and you might not have the critical parts you need, or you might be delegated back to the OEM who might have even longer lead times and a lot pricier parts. They all impact demand. So staying on top of that is crucial. Build what-if plans to stay ahead of disruptions instead of scrambling last minute. Know what's going on and make your decisions based on that. Tip 6, develop collaborative supplier partnerships. Your vendors are mind readers. Communicate your forecast so they can stock up in advance, so they can support your material needs. Strong supplier relationships equal faster turnaround and fewer disruptions. Tip 7, leverage predictive maintenance insights. Predictive maintenance is like getting an early warning system. When sensors detect wear, pre-ordering parts prevents delays without overstocking. Tip 8, embrace data-driven decision-making. Guesswork is dead. Analyze real-time usage trends and let data drive your stocking decisions. You should have it be very clear, and it's not always going to be perfect. The larger your operations, the more you can invest in that. And the smaller, you might have to rely more on supply chain partners to help you with that. But the best aircraft maintenance teams don't react, they predict. Tip 9, measure and optimize forecast accuracy. Track mean absolute percentage error to catch mistakes early. And don't just track, adjust and refine over time. Your tracking of percentage errors and your material plans, they're dynamic. They constantly could be changing, not for all the components, but for certain components, it's going to take multiple updates and revisions to get the plan correct. But don't stay stagnant. Don't stay stuck with what you've been doing in the past. Continually improve it over time. Demand planning isn't guesswork. It's a competitive advantage for your maintenance operation. So which one of these tips are you already using? Drop a comment below, and I'd love to hear how you're optimizing your aircraft maintenance material supply chain. And if you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more practical aircraft maintenance material supply chain insights. And boy, that is a tongue twister. Just subscribe, follow, turn the notifications on, and we drop videos regularly to help you improve your aircraft maintenance material supply chain. See you in the next video.